Our rally continues in the CHSL spotlight on the tennis courts as we have Susie Miller, the head coach at St. Francis, joining us in studio. Last week it was Kim Pasella coming in here to talk about the Notre Dame Eagles and what their season looks like in a new league per se. Same for you all in the CHSL, but not really. Explain what this season looks like for the Knights.
So after last year, and Kim Pasella does the girls, there's a difference. We have weather issues, we have everything else in the spring. But it opened up my schedule, and I made a very hard schedule for my boys this year, and that's the only way that you learn to develop and learn from your match play and get them seasoned for the end of the year. So for me, we're traveling, and it's okay. And we still play the local teams that I've had on my schedule, Sylvania schools, we do all that. But it's not like I have to transfer right into the Detroit League because they don't do the same season. So it flip-flops for us. But that's okay with us because in tennis, we all locally still play each other. And we get the competition, which I like. You're still competing locally, but then you can travel and go play harder teams down in Cincinnati and Dayton, and it's fun. It's fun. It's a good development for them.
That's kind of the same answer that Kim had. Very excited that she was getting to craft her schedule.
Yes.
What has that been like for you? It's
been great. We went out of town a couple weekends ago. My boys got a shock, which is good. You go to towns that they play tennis nonstop. They're so good, and we're going to be leaving in a couple weeks down to play Walsh and Hudson and Jackson and overnight. And those are the things the boys will remember: the traveling, the having fun, and I think that's real important. Bonding makes them get along together on the court too.
Speaking of something to remember, last season, 2023, the final year of the track, you're the coach of the year, your son Nick Miller, the player of the year.
Yep.
What will you guys take away from that final go in the track?
Well, I think one of the best things, and I'll just mention this, my daughter was pregnant at the time, and she came to watch. And for her to be there was just like an emotional, it was just awesome. Nick did not know he was player of the year. He didn't even know there was a thing.
Oh,
so
wow.
He was very surprised. But taking how they developed, because we had lost in the season, to come back and win the championship just took a lot of motivation. And I was just so proud of the boys. They just did a great job coming back, and they fought hard. And it was really exciting, which made them be a little more excited for this year, even though I kind of slammed them with a hard schedule. That's okay, though. It's good.
A hard schedule. Gets them ready for, you said, like the postseason.
Sectional, yes. Yeah.
I know we're kind of early into the year now, but what does the team look like in 2024?
Oh, well, I'm having a problem finding my lineup. So when you aren't in a league and you can move your players around, trying with different players to see how they work together, and that's starting to come around now. So it takes time a little bit. We don't have a lot of time. It's a short season for the boys because of the weather, but it is fun. It is fun to see who's stepping up and who really wants to play now.
We've talked about your team a little bit. Tell us your tennis background. When did you start with the sport?
Boy, oh boy. So many years ago I have 3 older brothers, and they all taught tennis. And I kind of had to. And I came from Missouri, came up, went to Bowling Green, and then we had a daughter, and she played tennis at Bowling Green and UT, and now she's a college coach. And so that's my background. And now I have my son that plays tennis too, and golf. So the background is a lot of tennis. Been around it a long time.
Seems like it's a family sport for you all.
It is a family sport, but we have fun. So that's all I care.
Well, you've been fun. Seems like the Knights have a really great coach. Thank you so much for coming in and talk about them.
Thank you for bringing me in.